Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm Carolyn Perry. I've decided I would do a twin flame soulmate connection reading for those who are single and or in separation and kind of wondering what's happening with all of that. Of course, this is going to be for a certain group of people that if it resonates, great, give me a like. Otherwise, maybe next time. So let's see what the energy is around the soulmate uh twin flame kind of energy today. See what's happening with that. All right, I'm just going to pull a few cards. And again, I tend to do more of a channeled message around, I just kind of look at the cards, get a sense from them, and then do more of a channeled message rather than a specific reading from each card, although I will show you the cards at the end. So, with this particular group that's this reading is for, it does feel like the energy of the soul connection is very much around you. So even if you have not been in contact or connected, this energy is very much around you. And there is an opportunity for some connection here, although it feels like the movement is quite slow. I do feel like there is, an opportunity for reconnecting or some kind of communication or something to be happening in the physical with this relationship. I'm just looking at the cards to kind of get a little bit more of what's happening. So it feels like there's possibly it feels like there's a sense of this feeling the pull or feeling maybe even having some connection in dreams or communication in that way. And there's a reminder that's coming to you, but also to the person that maybe is your partner, as to helping to remember what the point of this connection is. And do you feel like there is some slow movement toward making some kind of connection in the physical? So it doesn't feel like it's an immediate timing, but there does feel like there's some process of thinking about reconnecting, of remembering why this connection is so important. And it does feel like in a few months' time, I don't feel it's like right now, but in a few months' time, maybe by the end of this year, there feels like there is this reaching out for this particular group, where there is this reconnecting and this opportunity for something more, some more communication and possibly, even a new beginning, a new way of connecting in this with this person. Yeah, it feels like it's going to be a bit of time before that happens. I don't think it's like an immediate thing, but I do think that they are, whoever has not been in touch is recognizing what they miss, and recognizing that the opportunity to connect, especially my sense is this is about the divine masculine, is the person who's kind of like out there thinking about it, and they're thinking about the divine feminine. And again, the divine masculine doesn't have to necessarily be the male in the relationship, but there is this like this time of really, really having space, but thinking about what it is that really brings them their highest good, and they're feeling guided toward the connection to the divine feminine, and getting more clarity about how to kind of make that happen, where to reach out and how to make that connection happen. So there is a process that's unfolding. I do think that this is a bit of time before this happens, but it feels like there is this where you may have felt there was a real disconnect, and that there may not be any opportunity for reconnection, or that you were going to be moving in a different direction. I have a feeling that you will have the opportunity to reconnect with this person. And then there's a major decision to be made around whether this feels like something that you want to move forward with, and the unfoldment of that. I keep putting more cards, like knowing more information. I realize that I'm just talking, but there is a lot of a lot of cards here that I'm just kind of popping off of. Yeah. So they are really up against like letting go of whatever it is that's really held back that movement forward into their divine self, that who they are. So let me show you some of the cards. Again, I don't read the cards in this sense. I'm channeling more, but it's kind of popping from there. So we have immediately the Lover's card, which to me, I read this card very much as like the twin flame card. It's that passionate connection, but it also provokes a lot of learning and movement forward in that way. So we're talking about that kind of twin flame soulmate solid connection that that we're connecting to. And the opportunity is here. And I think they're being made more aware of what this opportunity is, right? So it's the Four of Cups, slow moving progress with the Knight of Discs, working things through in the physical. It feels like this is a physical card. So it's like kind of coming into the physical, working things through, a passionate new beginning, a new opportunity with the Ace of Wands, the Hermit card. So it's that time, going within, taking time away, processing what needs to be processed in the inner to find the right path, following the path the light is showing, the path towards the Empress, right? Towards the divine feminine. Getting more clear about what this for me, this card is not listening to all the stuff in the back, but really finding your own path, finding your own direction, taking on your wand and moving in the direction that you're wanting. And as a result of that, new chapters unfolding. This is the World card. So moving into new opportunities and new chapters of life, letting go of the stuff that's held you back. So these are the burdens, the heaviness, the things that were weighing down, moving away from that and into the Magician, which is manifesting the life that you truly do want. So it seems like a very positive unfolding message, although it does feel like it's slow moving. So it doesn't feel like this is an immediate thing, but it does feel like it's an opportunity towards reconnection and a decision about what would you want to do with this. So I'm going to pull a final message from the Rose Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. This is a beautiful deck. I love this deck. And it has beautiful messaging. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. So let's read. And let me show you the card. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a hard time with this. This thing today. The Mystic Rose. Anyway, let me look it up and give you the reading. The rose is a symbol of the goddesses of old. So it's no wonder that Christianity absorbed large parts of indigenous Celtic traditions in Europe. The mother goddess, Mother Mary, became associated with the rose. Perhaps the reason Mary is so beloved is because she's the only mother goddess who could be worshipped safely, and as such carries with her the devotion and yearning of all those who longed to worship the goddess in the feminine form. Mary's connection with the rose, is that the word? Yes. Mary's connection with the rose is seen in some of her titles, including Rosa Mystica, the Mystic Rose, and the Rose Without Thorns. Like those of the pagan goddesses before her, the procession that honored Mary involved walking on rose petals. The church altered the stories of the goddess past, including those that featured roses, such as Aphrodite, turning the white rose red with her blood, putting Mary in the goddess's place. Churches were erected all over Europe and beyond, in many cases on the site of Celtic temples and places of goddess worship. Many had beautiful roses, windows in the west, and the directions of the feminine, in dedication to Mary, Mother of the Rose. This is a card of compassion, devotion, and grace. It encourages us to soften toward humanity and to endeavor to see the world and even those who have hurt us with understanding, an open heart, and deep humility. To see that we all carry hurt and are wounded. We have all experienced severing. Mother Mary is inviting you to open your heart to humanity when you most want to close. How are you being called to show compassion today? So that to me says, as a channel of divine feminine, divine goddess, being able to have compassion for the person who might be coming toward you, who may have hurt you. And how do you open your heart for healing and recovery from that? So I think that this path is being very much guided, and that you're going to be shown how to handle that as it happens, and just kind of how to move past the hurt that's been there, and to helping to establish a new chapter in your world and in your life. So I hope that resonates for some of you. If it doesn't feel accurate, or there's something, that, just doesn't unfold with that, it's not your reading. And so, just check me out again, try another one, see what happens. I'm glad that you checked it out. I'm glad that you were here. I hope to see you again. And if you could do a like, a subscribe, a comment, just let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. I'm going to be trying to put up more different readings, and I'd love to hear what you'd like. Just let me know. Yes, and I also offer personal readings. I do past life regression healing. You can check that out down below, and message me if you're interested. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.